Peace and love, everybody. My name is John. This is Appetite for Spirit, and this is the first video I've done in a while that is going to be the unofficial, it's not the first video I've done on this, but this is going to be the unofficial start to my series of videos on energy work. I have some touchy videos that I'm also going to put in the playlist, but this is going to be like the serious one, the start of my whole series on energy work, energy control, energy manipulation, studying energy, telepathy, psychic abilities, all these things. So this is a download I got early this morning, around probably 12 a.m., maybe 1 a.m. It was a perfect time to let in the light, and this is the best way I can explain it. This is about telepathic communication. This also ties into all energy work. So when sending something telepathically or in any form energetically to another person, it's hard because it would be so much easier if their pineal gland wasn't so calcified, if they meditated, if they researched and practiced the things that we were so interested in, or if they just gave a fuck about what we gave a fuck about. So to send energy to a lower vibrational being, I don't necessarily have to lower mine. And I'm going to explain more of that later. So energetic transfers are made all day without acknowledgement. If someone beeps at me because I forgot to turn on my signal when I'm trying to make a turn, makes a pissed off face at me, maybe yells or something and stares at me the whole time, how do I know that they are mad? Without the energy being sent to me, it would look as though they were making a strange face, holding it there as I wondered what was wrong and if they were okay, and why they were hitting their steering wheel with so much force so many times, you know? But in fact, perceiving this is the first aspect of the unknown transfer of energy, and this is through the gross senses of the body. This is actually energy transfer, but just at a three-dimensional level. Their willpower of the belief in their own existence and their belief in their appearance projects them into this reality. And this energy keeps putting out their projection of physically perceivable matter contained within their energetic aura. The next is the sound, a form of energy perceived through our body's ears. The horn, the yelling, they have the ability to produce sound from their body and manipulate it as it is produced. So tone takes the shape of the emotion or feeling if it is uncontrolled and unconscious. Otherwise, it takes the intention instead. So the other senses are just as prominent, but I'm just focusing on these for this scenario. When the person looks at me, they are using the targeting system to aim the energy at me, as assuming they do not actively practice telepathy or continually keeping their pineal gland calcified as their cigarette butt and their 5 gum hangs out of their mouth. The 5 senses is their limit to their conscious energy transferring abilities, assumingly. But that is, of course, self-limited. So their unconscious energy sent from their aura and the gross energy manipulation sent to me blends into my aura, which is called empathy. That is what empaths are. People who are sensitive to that, even through the calcification, even if they're not awake. And I suddenly know that they are mad, angry, pissed, disgusted, and I receive it in my heart, which is the center. That's why it's right in the middle, from the top of the aura to the bottom of the aura. Receive it right to the center. Or anywhere, and it also goes anywhere else that it was targeted, and that resides with what I relate the feeling to and what I associate that feeling with and what energetic blockages it creates or already existing ones it calls out. It is said, well, that's why we can feel it so empathetically. That's it, reacts with our auric field. It is said that higher vibrational entities must lower vibration most of the time in order to communicate with people, and even then it is difficult to keep their energetic presence. That is a reason why I wear crystals and meditate and such, to help raise my vibration to reach their level, to meet in the middle, make it easier. So if that is true, then it is also true that I am lowering my naturally high vibration every time I use my body, any of my senses, every time I wake up. So then it is also true that my vibration is highest when I am asleep. When I sleep, my conscious retracts its energetic tentacles from the gross sensors and becomes pure consciousness. There are also different levels to high or low vibrations during sleep, depending on how clouded and undisciplined my body's thoughts are. My dreams will be cluttered and uncontrollable, or lucid and even escapable. So as far as being awake, the goal is to achieve a direct link to the consciousness that enters and leaves my body day and night, and to make my vibration with this projection as close to as what I wish it to be without. So in raising our vibration in the physical world and consciously using our senses until they are entirely under our control, then the door will be open all the way to other energy transfers. It's open partially for some experimentation and development, but we cannot be achieved fully until the other is. One cannot be achieved fully until the other one is. Same with chakras, like I was talking about in my last video about focusing on a root chakra balance right now. This relates to retracing states of identity according to yoga and the structure of unmanifest primordial matter. I also talked about that in a previous video. I'll make another video about that. The vibration is not lowered if the action of energy transference is completely consciously controlled. And as far as getting the message through the calcification and spiritual blockages to other people, it's just a raise in vibration through routinely practiced energetic concentration. If I fail at successfully communicating with someone, then I am wrong in my statement. I didn't fail at anything. I visualized, I intended, I sent some form of energy that interacted with someone else's. I just didn't get a response or gross clarification that I did. So to be intense enough for this person to hear me, it's as simple as it is said. I have to intensify the energy. And that's through deep concentration, meditation, regular practice, control, and manipulation. And that is my download. And take that, do whatever you want with it. But it makes a lot of sense. I've never heard anybody describe it that way. Thought that broke it down perfectly. Perfectly gives you my thought process on how energy works and what I'm striving to explain to you how to control and what to achieve. So, continuing to experiment, continuing to practice myself, and bringing my discoveries to you in this energy, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going to be in this playlist. So peace and love, everybody. Appetite for Spirit. Stay tuned for more fun stuff. Peace.